Hi, this is Ellie Santini, personal life transformation and relationship coach. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 7 steps that took me from broken to unbreakable in a very short time, and how you too can use this formula to heal your heartbreak, bounce back even stronger so that you can become the woman that you always wanted to be and absolutely live your life the way that you want it and not be the victim of your past circumstances and emotions. If you follow the 7 steps that I'm going to reveal in the next 5 minutes, not only will you heal your heartbreak, but you will also have the tools and the tips to bounce back even stronger. Take back your power and achieve total life transformation from the inside and out. So keep watching. Hello and welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ellie Santini. I am a personal life transformation and relationship coach. I am the creator of the Unbreakable program and the author of You Can Have It All and Heal After Heartbreak. Let me tell you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I understand exactly how you feel. Because the way you're feeling right now, whether it's you've broken up now or 6 months ago or a year ago, I have also felt these emotions a little over 4 years ago when my husband and I separated for 18 months after a 10-year marriage and 2 kids at the time. And it was very, very, very painful. Guys, fortunately, we are now back together and we had another baby girl called Isabella. But this video isn't about getting back together. But if this is something that you are interested in, I also have a private training that I do. You can just message me on my personal Facebook at Ellie Santini and we can have a chat about that. But guys, before I get into the 7 steps to recover from your heartbreak, it's very important to briefly cover how not to overcome heartbreak, because I have made these mistakes when my marriage was over, and if you are committing these mistakes, then you must stop immediately, as this will not only prolong your pain and suffering, but it will prevent you from healing and it will prevent you from moving on in your life. This is why I felt the need to create the 6 common mistakes that people make that you must avoid, after a breakup or any time after your breakup. Guys, I think it's so important, and that's why I've included this as a bonus video. So please go through this video first before you go to the next one, because these mistakes, I promise you, if you avoid making them, you will heal even faster. How do I know? Because I've been there. I do not do or teach anything that I have not personally experienced myself. Okay, let's go into the common mistakes that people make after a breakup. Even months after a breakup, people are still making these mistakes. So let's have a look at these in detail. So, common mistake number 1 is blaming, belittling and being disrespectful and resentful towards your ex-partner and wanting to seek revenge because they hurt you so bad. Guys, I was very guilty of this one, and I understand completely how you feel. But looking back in hindsight, it really destroyed my spirit and my well-being, because all the energy that was spent on blaming and seeking revenge is like taking the poison yourself and expecting the other person to die. The only person, right, that you are destroying by doing this is yourself. So if you're still feeling resentful and if you're still texting your ex, you know what I'm talking about, the hate messages, you need to stop effective immediately right now. You have to stop, because by doing this, by sending him the messages, by belittling him, by being angry and resentful, what you are doing is you are giving him your power and you're letting him control you and your emotions. So guys, please Stop the blaming, stop the belittling, stop being resentful, right? Don't focus on him anymore and stop giving him that power. He ain't that good, okay? So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, that's very common, is not forgiving yourself or your partner. I know what you're thinking, and I used to say the same things too, but hear me out. Guys, not forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to be verbally abused, or not forgiving yourself for putting up with things that you know that you shouldn't have, and continuously beating yourself up and criticizing yourself continually about the situation, about that breakup, about him, will definitely prolong your healing, and it will leave you feeling depleted, worn out, depressed, anxious, day in and day out. Guys, those emotions and self-criticism have now become stuck energy and trapped in your body. Hence why you can't move past the emotions of the past and your breakup. Guys, not forgiving your ex will also prolong your healing, as the hatred and resentment you are feeling will put you in a bad vibration. And if you're in a bad vibration, you can't do anything. You can't move on. You're depressed unless you forgive, okay? I'm not saying forget, but you need to forgive him, okay? You need to forgive yourself. Unless you forgive him, okay? And I'm not saying you have to do this to his face. You don't have to forgive him. He doesn't even have to know about it, okay? You have to forgive him. Why? So that you can release the emotional connection to him. So you can release the ball and chain that's keeping you held hostage by your past. I get this is very hard, and you don't even have to do it to their face, but you have to forgive for you so that you can move on, so that you can unleash the cord that he's got over you unknowingly. If you don't forgive, you will be held hostage by him and the situation for the rest of your life, and it will affect you in every single area of your life. You will become a different person as a result of this emotion that you are holding in your heart, which is causing a lot of emotional energies, which is trapping you and not enabling you to move on. So guys, please, whenever you're ready, you need to forgive yourself and you need to forgive him. Okay, let's move on to common mistake number 3. Common mistake number 3 is repeating the details of your breakup in your head and to others over and over and over again, months on end, okay? This needs to stop. There is a saying, and it says that attention goes where energy flows, meaning that you will keep feeling the same hurtful emotions until you change what you're focusing on. Guys, if you keep focusing on the damage that he's caused you and the hurt that you're feeling on a regular basis regarding the breakup, regarding the situation, then you will continue to feel these emotions years, months, weeks later, unless you change what you are thinking, and unless you change what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're focusing on. Because guys, your healing is up to you. Now, let me ask you a question. Is he really worth the energy and the space that he's occupying in your mind day in and day out? I want you to answer this question. Is he really worth the energy that you are spending and occupying in your mind? No. Because if he has said, and you guys have decided that you no longer want to be together, or he no longer wants to be with you, I don't know what the situation is, then you must stop the incessant thinking, and you have to stop repeating the same story day in and day out about the breakup, the intricacies of the detail, because whatever you're focusing on, you are going to get more of, okay? You cannot expect to heal if you are focusing on the negative emotions and the hatred and the resentment and all that self-destructive stuff, okay? Now, it's not what happens to us that counts. It's how we react to what happens to us that makes all the difference, yeah? Now, you cannot expect to heal and have a new reality and start a new chapter if you keep repeating the same scenario and keep touching the wounds of your past and your breakup in your head months or years on end. You will never ever heal if you do this. You cannot start a new chapter in your life and turn the page if you keep repeating the last chapter that was meant to be closed. I've got goosebumps, guys, because your wounds will only heal when you stop touching them. I get this too because, guys, I spent most of my days and weeks and months analyzing the situation and beating myself up for why I didn't do this and why I didn't say that, and I should have, and I could have syndrome lasted for months. I had so much resentment, anger, hatred towards the situation, towards him, that it literally made me feel sick. Guys, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. Albert Einstein said that. What does it mean? How does it relate to your breakup and healing? You can't expect to heal when all you do is keep focusing on self-destructive behaviors and habits and thoughts, right? Can't expect healing when all you do is focus on the hatred. It's not in alignment. For you to heal, you must let all that go, because this is the lowest form of vibration, okay? And nothing good comes out of the emotional state of anger, hatred. You keep focusing on the hatred and the anger, then the universe is going to give you more situations, more scenarios for you to feel that emotion, because whatever you get, whatever you're focusing on and feeling at a particular time, if you want to heal, just focus on healing. Don't focus on what you don't want. Don't focus on the relationship. That chapter is now closed. Let's go to the fourth mistake that people make after a breakup. The fourth common mistake that most people make after the breakup is feeling the void. Now, feeling the void by getting with someone straight away to suppress the pain. In other words, getting under someone to overcome someone. Guys, sleeping around, being with other people is the worst thing that you can do. Not only will it hurt you more in the long run, but you guessed it, it will prolong your healing, because all you are doing here is feeling the void. Guys, this is the time that you have to nurture yourself and your body and spend time healing the wounds from your pain. Although it's advised to get support from loved ones, I'm not saying you have to do this alone. A support system right now is exactly what we need. But I don't advise sleeping around and starting a new relationship for the sole purpose of getting over your breakup and your hurt and your ex. Guys, it simply does not work. You should be utilizing this time for your healing and utilizing this time to nurture yourself and to be there for yourself. Guys, you are in the right frame of mind, so sleeping around and being with someone else will only make you feel worse. And believe me, you will regret it in the long run, because what you're doing is you are feeling the void, and that is it. Let me tell you something. Nobody can fill that void but you. It isn't the responsibility of another person to make your pain go away, period. That isn't fair to bear that responsibility on another person, guys. Your healing is your responsibility, not theirs. So you might find that by being with someone else that you are forgetting about your breakup, and this might be the case for a month or two or maybe even 3. But let me tell you something for a fact, that when the honeymoon period is over, okay, you know what I'm talking about. Believe me, it will hit you like a ton of bricks, okay? And you will default back. And then you will need to deal with the effects of the pain of your breakup whilst you're in a relationship, okay? So please, guys, do not go be with anyone else for the sole outcome of feeling the void and healing your breakup. This is an inside job. This is something that you need to do. Another thing that I have to also state is addictions like excessive shopping, overeating. I was, so guilty of this. Excessive alcohol consumption to numb your pain, drug abuse. This all needs to be avoided, because again, it will prolong your pain and your healing, and it will cause all sorts of things, guys. You don't want to have all these problems, and it will cause you and give you unnecessary problems in the long term if you keep doing it. Okay, you cannot run from yourself. So anything you do, guys, it will come back to find you. It's just a matter of time. And again, you cannot heal what you don't feel. You can't avoid it. You need to feel the pain and suffering of your breakup. You need to feel the emotions. I'm not saying you need to do this forever, but if you are suppressing it, avoiding it, putting a band-aid on the wounds, it is only a matter of time before it ruptures, and you will need to feel it. And sometimes you will feel it 3 years later, 5 years later, whenever it is. You cannot run from you, okay? You need to feel and heal your pain by simply feeling the emotions. And I'm not saying this is easy. This was the hardest thing that I had to ever endure. And every time I think about it, it actually brings tears to my eyes, okay? So let's go to common mistake number 5. Common mistake number 5 is lack of acceptance, okay? Not accepting that your relationship is over, and you desperately want to try and mend things, and you act a little erratic and not like yourself. Because let me tell you something, guys, according to psychology and neuroscience, the withdrawals, okay, that you're feeling after a breakup are excruciating. And I totally understand how you feel, because it took me 2 months, okay, to accept that my marriage was over. I was in denial that it was over. What do you mean? The pain and withdrawals that you experience from a relationship ending, the feeling is like a heroin or cocaine addict needing the hit and not getting it. I'm not joking. This addiction is exactly the same, hence why you engage in behaviors that are erratic and that you wouldn't have otherwise engaged in, because you need your fix. You need things to get back to normal, because the pain you're feeling is intolerable and excruciating. And I get it. I get it. I was in the same position, but for now, you must accept that your relationship is over. And another thing also, if your ex has moved on, okay, do not stalk him or her. Do not compare, just don't do any of that. You need to get rid of tangible and intangible reminders and triggers that remind you of him. Delete his number, remove photos, remove memories as much as you can, put them under your bed, whatever it is, get rid of them, get rid of belongings, get rid of his stuff, get rid of his clothes, get rid of everything, guys, because this, if you don't do this, it'll be a trigger. Every time you see it, every time you see a photo, it will bring up the memories of the past, okay? And we cannot heal if we keep getting reminded of things, okay? Don't stalk him on Facebook or social media. Don't compare yourself to his new girl if he's moved on with someone, because guys, don't forget that when you move on so quickly with someone else to try and fill the void, this is a rebound relationship, guys, and 9 times out of 10, these relationships never last, like, do this properly so that you can move on with someone when you're ready, but you need to heal and feel the emotions of the breakup. I'm sorry, you can't be in rebound relationships, period. Don't message him about getting back together anymore if that's what you're doing. Especially if he's stated that he wants nothing to do with you. I know this hurts hearing this. Believe me, I know. Don't send him hate mail anymore. If you have kids, then obviously you can't block him, because I couldn't block my ex as well after we broke up. You have to be amicable for their sake, because you don't want them to be affected as well. Although they are affected, because obviously it's mummy and daddy not together anymore, whatnot. But for the kids' sake, just try and be mature and amicable, okay? Don't try and guilt him in getting back with you. I was very guilty of this too, guys. I would send him photos of our wedding and our kids and how can you do this and whatnot. Don't do it. It doesn't work. It just makes him, drift further away from you. Stop all the erratic behavior. Put your phone away. Do whatever you have to do. Stop giving him your power and stop putting him on a pedestal, right? And believing that you can't live without him. That was the biggest mistake that I made, because you can. You can. You are worthy beyond belief. You are enough and you deserve the world. Guys, he isn't your alpha or your omega, because this is all happening for a reason. So stop giving him your power and stop trying to get him back if he has said he doesn't want to be with you anymore. This is important for your healing, guys, for your healing, Stop with the hate mail. I want you to pick up your crown and your self-respect, and I want you to wear it like a boss, babe. Okay? If he doesn't want you, then it's okay, because you know why? You are a diamond and nobody can break you. You will be fine either way. Once I shifted this energy, right, and I picked up my crown off the floor and I put it on my head, okay, and once I made this decision that I was going to heal no matter what, things started to shift in me really fast, okay? But we're going to get to that. Guys, you know what you need to do in the interim. Don't prolong it anymore and stop living in hope. Remove the things that remind you of him and accept that your relationship is over for you. The future, guys, is unknown. I did not know that we would get back together after 18 months. Once I healed, I wanted nothing to do with him. In fact, I was on my way to the post office signing divorce papers, okay? But the universe moved people, circumstances, and events, and we were meant to be back together because we both needed to grow away from each other. We both needed to learn the lessons that we were here to learn, okay? And we couldn't learn them if we were together. But that's another topic for another day. But we got back together. So guys, we don't know what the future holds. But for now, treat this as it's over and it's time to do you. Once you accept that your relationship is over and you actually say, that's it, I'm committed to me, for my kids, for my life, and I'm committed to being the best version of myself, I promise you that things are going to shift in a very big way, because everything is energy. You are going to be operating from a different vibration. I got my power back so quickly after doing this. I got my self-worth back and I was ready for my transformation, guys. And that's what I want for you as well. This is why I created this free video, because I want to help people. I want to help women particularly and empower them to heal after heartbreak and bounce back even faster, because they are worthy. They are powerful beyond means. And if you are not meant to be with this person, you are not meant to be with them. It means that there is someone else out there for you that you are meant to be with. And it means that you need to get and learn certain lessons by being away from him so that you can become the best expression of yourself. Guys, for those of you that don't have God in their heart, I suggest that you do, because the prayer at night, the prayers and the cries that I made and holding the Bible in my hands, I really believe that God got me through the roughest times. Like the universe and God always has your back. So guys, trust in the process and surrender to whatever is happening to you. because it's all happening to you for a very good reason. Guys, I know you won't see this now, but guys, trust me, there are more benefits to your breakup and your pain that you know. So guys, I want you to draw a line in the sand now, and I want you to repeat this after me or write it down or whatever. And I want you to say, I have accepted that my relationship is over. As hard as it is, once you accept that things are over, it's a different energy, things shift. And I want you to say, it's time to put me first. It's time to love myself, for myself, and put my needs first. And I am committed to doing whatever it takes, for however long it takes, to become the best version of myself. Guys, nobody ever dies from a broken heart. So I promise you that it will be okay. Everything is nothing lasts forever, guys. It's a cycle that you're going through and it will pass. But guys, you must be patient and you can't rush the process. You can't put band-aids and and fill things up so that you don't feel. Because whatever you're meant to be feeling, feel it and heal through the hurt, okay? Yes, it's painful, but you hold the key to your healing. So I'm begging you to take this advice from me, because I've been there and I've done that. And many of my clients have been there and done that as well, guys. This is why I'm so passionate about this work, because I've been there. I know how you feel because I felt it as well. Guys, the only person you're destroying is yourself by not accepting that it's over. Let it go. Turn a new chapter and start your healing. Even if you have to cry for a month or two, let it all out. Because as I mentioned above, you only heal when you release and feel all those negative emotions. Release them from your body. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck in there and you're going to feel them later on, whether you like it or you don't, but even harder. Guys, you will not feel, I promise you, you will not feel this pain forever. I promise. Although it feels like a lifetime when you're in it, I get that. Believe me, I have experienced it too. As I mentioned earlier, there is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Your pain makes you strong. It makes you reassess your life. And if you allow it, pain can be your biggest teacher. Just like a diamond, guys, it goes through an enormous amount of pressure. It gets cut, it experiences a lot of darkness, it gets stepped on, it gets burnt so bad and goes through a process of darkness before it becomes a diamond. And that's what I want you to look at yourself. I want you to look at yourself as a diamond going through this process, through this hardship. You aren't broken, okay? You are stronger than ever. You're just going through a process, okay? And just like a diamond, you needed to get cut. You needed to go through pressure, okay? You needed to get burnt so that you can come out being the beautiful diamond that you know that you deserve to be and be the best version of yourself. Guys, your pain allows you to heal parts of yourself that you were avoiding and suppressing for a very long time. Guys, even the stars, they need darkness to shine. Never forget that. Everyone goes through pain, some worse than others. Guys, your healing is solely dependent on you. So stop looking at external circumstances for the answers, because guys, true happiness and healing is an inside job. True healing resides from the inside and out, not from the outside and in, okay? I want you to say, this situation, okay, has not broken me, okay? Instead, say that this situation made me. And then I want you to get the lessons that you are meant to be learning. I don't know what the lessons are for you. This is something that I do in personal coaching, okay? The lessons for me was to accept myself, to love myself, and to see my self-worth, okay? Your lessons might be different, I don't know. But dig deep and find out, what is this pain teaching me? What is it asking me to do? Like, what's this pain? Look beyond the hurt, okay? What is it teaching you to do? Is it teaching you to, put yourself first? Is it teaching you to speak your truth? Is it teaching you to love yourself? Is it teaching you to, to be lovable? Is it teaching you self-worth? What's it teaching you, guys? I have a podcast that I have created dedicated to the benefits of pain. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about the benefits of pain and you can't get your head around it, then please go listen to that episode, because it will really give you a different perspective on how to perceive your pain and your situation. Send me a personal message and I can send you the link to the podcast. Just go to my Facebook, Ellie Santini, send me a message on my business page, my personal page, and just say Pain Podcast, and I'll be happy to help you out. Guys, common mistake number 6 that you must avoid, that will be detrimental and will prolong your healing, is repression. Repression causes depression. Guys, I have tried this tactic too, and guess what? It simply does not work. In fact, repressing your pain and pushing it down will only make you feel worse. Because why? You are neglecting your soul and yourself by avoiding what you are feeling, and whatever you resist persists. Whatever you resist persists. Guys, repression is a temporary band-aid solution and a temporary fix. Guys, the scars will always remain if you keep placing a band-aid over them and avoiding to feel anything. Guys, repressing and avoiding to feel the emotions of your breakup is the worst thing that you can do when you break up with someone, okay? Failing to deal with the pain causes resistance. And again, whatever you resist persists. Again, avoidance. Avoidance will make the hurt and pain go away temporarily. But just like a hose, when you let it go after you've held it for so long, what happens? The water gushes out, but this time around 100 times faster. And it will affect you in every area of your life if you repress this pain. It will show up in your future relationships. It will show up at work. It will show up everywhere, guys. So stop ignoring your feelings and repressing your pain by not letting it out and not grieving. I know I keep repeating this, but it's so important, because it will be detrimental in the long term, because you can't heal what you don't feel. This does not mean that you are weak if you allow yourself to feel and if you allow yourself to cry and admit that you are hurt. It doesn't mean that you're weak at all, guys. It means that you are stronger than ever, that you can own your feelings. It means, and it doesn't mean that the other person has won. Stop thinking it like that, because that's how I used to think. If I show him I'm vulnerable, if I'm vulnerable and I cry, that it means that he's won. It does not mean anything, okay? This means that you are honoring your feelings and working through your pain by feeling your pain and releasing it from your body so that it does not affect you in the long run. Failure to do this will cause stuck emotions in your body, and if you don't release them, it will be a detriment to all your future relationships, and it will affect you day in, day out in both your personal relationships and professionally at work. So guys, the above are the most common mistakes that people make when trying to get over a breakup. In the next video, I'm going to reveal the 7 steps to healing your heartbreak and what you can do to heal even faster. I'll see you on the next video.